Welcome to IELTS 16 Test 1 Passage 2, the Step Pyramid of Djoser. Today we will explore the secrets of this ancient building together. This passage has 13 questions in total, divided into 3 types: heading matching, note completion, and multiple choice. First, heading matching tests main ideas. Second, keyword location tests finding details. Third, logical comparison tests analyzing options. Knowing question types helps you switch strategies quickly and improve efficiency. This article has 7 paragraphs. It is an expository text about the history, structure, and meaning of the step pyramid. From passage 1 to 3, introduce the origin and construction process of the pyramid. From passage 4 to 5, describe the external buildings and internal structure of the pyramid. From passage 6 to 7, discuss the current state and historical significance of the pyramid. The heat map shows most questions focus on paragraphs 4 and 5. These are key paragraphs. Let's look at question 14, which is about paragraph A. Please pause the video and try to choose the best heading for paragraph A from the list. Paragraph A first talks about the general appeal of pyramids, then focuses on the evolution of their form. The last sentence is key, as it gives a clear conclusion. Scan paragraph A and notice the clear statement at the end. There is no question that it began with the step pyramid. This directly points to heading 4. Heading 9 is the answer to an unexpected question, but paragraph A does not ask and answer a question, it summarizes a historical fact. So 9 is a distractor. So the answer to question 14 is 4. Let's look at question 15, now let's look at paragraph B. Please pause the video and try to choose the most suitable heading for paragraph B from the list. Paragraph B mainly talks about Imhotep's idea to design a new tomb for the king. Let's locate paragraph B and highlight the key words: stacking stone slabs and step pyramid. Heading 2, a difficult task, seems reasonable, but the paragraph focuses on the idea of a new design, not the difficulty of the task, so it is eliminated. So the answer to question 15 is 7. Let's look at question 16, now let's look at paragraph C. Please find the correct heading for it. I suggest you pause the video and try to match it yourself first. Paragraph C mainly talks about the experiments and challenges faced when building the step pyramid. Let's scan paragraph C to find the key information. Note that heading 9 talks about answers to unexpected problems, but this paragraph mainly discusses challenges, not providing answers. So the answer to question 16 is 2. Let's look at question 17, now let's look at paragraph D. Please pause the video and try to choose the best heading for it from the list. Paragraph D mainly describes the external structures of the pyramid complex, including the wall and the trench. We locate paragraph D. It mentions the wall had 13 false doors and a trench. Note that heading I talks about internal areas, but paragraph D is about external structures, so heading I is a distractor. So the answer to question 17 is V. Let's look at question 18, now it's time for paragraph E. Please pause the video and try to choose the best heading for paragraph E from the list. Paragraph E mainly describes the burial chamber and tunnels inside the pyramid, as well as the stone vessels found there. Note the keywords: burial chamber, tunnels, stone vessels. These are all inside the pyramid. Heading V is about the external structure, but paragraph E is about the interior, so heading V is incorrect. So the answer to question 18 is I. Let's look at question 19, now let's look at paragraph F. Please pause the video and try to choose the best heading for paragraph F from the list. Paragraph F is mainly about tomb robbery and archaeological discoveries. The first sentence says robbers found a way in. Then it says the grave goods and body were stolen. The last sentence is a turning point, saying what remained still amazed archaeologists. Let's scan paragraph F. The key information is, although most items were stolen, what remained still astonished and amazed the archaeologists. The core words are astonish and amaze. Watch out for trap heading I, an area of land and its artifacts. This heading only mentions artifacts, but ignores the core contrast of this paragraph, the contrast between stolen and remaining items. This paragraph emphasizes that despite the theft, the remaining items were still astonishing. So the answer to question 19 is 8. Let's look at question 20, now for the last heading matching question, Q20 for paragraph G. Please pause the video and try to choose the best heading for paragraph G. Paragraph G first quotes an Egyptologist to emphasize the importance of the step pyramid, then points out that it became the model for all later pyramid builders. Locate the end of paragraph G. The key sentence says the step pyramid became the archetype for all other great pyramid builders in Egypt. Note that heading 2, a challenging task, is a distractor. Paragraph G focuses on the pyramid's legacy and influence, not the difficulty of building it. So the answer to question 20 is 6. Next, let's move on to the section for Q21-24. Let's look at question 21. The statement says the complex was the size of something in ancient Egypt. The words "the size of it" tell us we need a singular noun. Before the blank we have "the size of a," so the answer must be a singular countable noun, like city, town, or village. Let's search the text with this idea. The key words in the question are complex and size. We go to paragraph D and find, the complex in which it was built was the size of a city. The word city is right there. Look at this sentence in the text, was the size of a city. Notice that the word city is directly given in the original text. No synonym replacement is needed. So the answer to question 21 is city. Let's look at question 22. The notes mention a temple, courtyards, shrines, and living quarters for the priests. Pause the video and try to find the answer in paragraph D. The blank is after "for the," so the answer should be a plural noun, referring to a group of people. In paragraph D, look for words related to priests or living quarters. Pay attention to the phrase living quarters. The original text clearly says "for the priests." This word is directly given, no synonym replacement needed. So the answer to question 22 is priests. Let's look at question 23. The question says the entire wall was surrounded by a trench, 750 meters long and 40 meters wide. Please pause the video and find the answer in the passage. Before the blank, we have "was ringed by a," so the blank must be a singular noun. It is something that surrounds the wall. Let's locate paragraph D. Look at this sentence. The entire wall was then ringed by a trench 750 meters long and 40 meters wide. The keyword trench appears here. The word trench is directly given in the original text. No replacement is needed. Be careful not to write ditch or moat. The passage uses the specific word trench. So the answer to question 23 is trench. Let's look at question 24. The question says, if someone wanted to enter, they needed to know in advance how to find the what of the true opening in the wall. Before the blank we have find the, and after it we have of the true opening. So we need a noun, and it should be singular. Let's go back to paragraph D. Look at this sentence. If someone wished to enter, he or she would have needed to know in advance how to find the location of the true opening in the wall. The word location appears directly in the original text, exactly matching the question. This word is directly given in the original text, no need to replace it. So the answer to question 24 is location. Next, let's move on to the section for Q25-26. Now for the last two questions, Q25 and Q26. This is a multiple-choice question where you pick two answers from 5. The question is about Pharaoh Djoser. Pause the video and read options A to E. For a 5-choose-2 question, we check each option one by one against the text. Find the two that have clear evidence. Those are the answers. First, option A, he initially had to be persuaded to build in stone rather than clay. Paragraph B says Djoser decided to use stone, but doesn't mention him being persuaded. So A has no support. Eliminate it. Now option B, there is disagreement concerning the length of his reign. Paragraph B clearly says scholars disagree about his reign length, some say 19 years, others 36. B has support from the text. Option C, he failed to appreciate Imhotep's part in the design. The text mentions Imhotep as the designer, but never says Djoser didn't appreciate him. C is made up. Eliminate it. Option D, a few of his possessions were still in his tomb when archaeologists found it. Paragraph F says grave robbers missed a small collection of valuables, and archaeologists found them. D has support from the text. Option E, he criticized the design and construction of other pyramids in Egypt. The text never mentions Djoser criticizing other pyramids. E is made up. Eliminate it. After checking each option, B and D have clear support from the text. Let's confirm the first correct answer, B. Now confirm the second correct answer, D. So the answers for Q25 and Q26 are B and D. Now let's summarize the key strategies for this passage. Trick 1, watch out for opposite meaning and detail traps. So the answer to question 21 is city. Trick 2, be careful with subject switching and made-up information. So the answer to question 22 is priests. Trick 3, master paraphrasing and main idea extraction. So the answer to question 23 is trench. Remember, first read the question keywords, then find them in the text, and finally compare the options. Now let's review the important vocabulary from this passage. Key terms: city, priests, trench, location. Paraphrase, challenge left-right arrow difficult task. That's all for this passage. Hope it helps you.